Welcome back to the weekly Educators in VR XR news show, bringing you news from across the metaverse since 2018.
XR News is hosted every week here on Engage XR. Join us for our two new segments in between our regular XR news shows. The first Wednesdays are XR News Med Health Edition with Rachel D. And the third Wednesdays are the XR News Innovation Spotlight with hosts Maxwell McGee, Chris Madsden, and Tom Furness.
Now, October is Educators in VR's annual Cyberbullying Month, and that will be the subject of today's discussion again with you, our audience. I'm so glad you're here. You know, AI has changed everything, hasn't it? Oh my goodness. We witnessed it this week with bullying by the President of the United States against the No Kings protesters. And right back at him.
Right back
plenty
at him.
of yeah. What's a safe word that we can use to describe what was being thrown? I mean, what was being dumped?
I don't think there is one.
You sure? Steph?
I think Lance is going to mute us.
No, he's not going to mute us.
Let's ask AI.
Yeah. Okay, Steph, you have your script there ready to go?
I do, but you didn't really finish what you're going to say because I interrupted
yes,
you.
I did. Thrown and then dumped.
Well, Laurel, the power of viral cyberbullying is that just about everyone has seen one or more versions of the dump from Trump. So we don't have to have a safe word. Everyone knows it when they see it.
Hey, we even had a world in alt space, the Trump dump world or something like that.
Yeah,
okay, so that's actually a great example of the power of the net to escalate bullying online. But we're also going to talk about what we've learned during this month of cyberbullying topics and your perspective on this, as well as the influence of AI after we do the news.
Now, the XR News we're going to have a great deal of fun with this. The XR News is produced with educators by educators in VR and run by volunteers. And we are grateful to our partners and supporters who keep us going, including Reinhardt Foundation, Girls Team Institute, iLearn, Virtual World Society, Vertex, Forum 3D, Cadets Metaverse, Engage XR, and Bridge Makers. If you are a company, you want to sponsor XR News and keep the lights on, virtual lights matter, they count, they add up. There's bills for these things. Please contact us at educatorsinvr.com.
Okay.
Virtual not, you still got to pay for it.
Follow us across social media and on our Educators in VR YouTube channel. The links to all the news stories we cover are also on our Educators in VR Discord. We have some interesting news to share with you today, so let's get started.
All right, Steph, we're going to start here with some XR industry news. On October 20th of 2025, which is just a few days ago, a major Amazon Web Services outage disrupted a wide range of internet-connected products and apps, including those critical for VR, cloud gaming, multiplayer apps, and device updates. The issue, which also affected major sites like Reddit and Snapchat, highlights ongoing infrastructure dependencies for VR platforms and their users. It was only down for about 4 hours, but it took many hours for servers to update around the world.
It was crazy. I couldn't get into my bank. It was just nuts. There were a bunch of things. Yeah, there was just craziness all around. Now, the virtual reality sector now involves over 29,000 companies worldwide and has reached an annual growth rate of nearly 7%. North America leads with 1/3 of the global growth, and major investors and startups continue to fuel innovation in motion tracking, haptics, and social VR. We report on this every week. You know, it's amazing. The industry is forecasted to reach a value of $30 billion. Some people say that's too low.
Wow.
By 2029, so only a few years from now.
It's getting
amazing.
There, the Mayo Clinic launched a comprehensive VR-based surgical training program that cut training time by 40%. The FDA also granted breakthrough The FDA also granted breakthrough device designation to a VR therapy system for chronic pain. And Johns Hopkins rolled out VR rehab programs for stroke recovery, improving patient outcomes by 35%. That's not tiny.
No.
Sony partnered this month with Japanese healthcare providers to expand VR for elderly care and dementia therapy, reflecting a boom in industry-specific VR applications and rapid evidence-based and backed growth in both adoption and clinical results, with approval from major regulatory bodies. Yay!
Yeah, and I just came from a training session I did with a college in Calgary, Canada, that their psychology department. And they're going to be doing presentations here in Engage XR. All of them are focusing on some form of PTSD and mental health therapy in VR. And so it's growing. It doesn't look like it, but it's growing. I love that.
Wow.
Yeah, really exciting. Now,
Neat.
Discord. How many of you were on Discord where you suddenly heard this horrible
I
sound?
love it. It's Halloween. I love that sound.
Well, I'm having audio issues with my headphones, and I couldn't figure out if it was my headphones talking to me or what was going on.
Oh, it was you. It was all you, Loretta.
It was all me. So Discord has been giving us some funky echoing sounds for notifications, which if you're not ready for it, it's a little unsettling. Others like it, like Karen, but Karen, we've always questioned your taste.
I know, I'm weird. I
Now,
admit it.
if it is turned on without your permission, so if you it's
Oh.
automatically enabled. Yeah, it's automatically enabled. So if you haven't gotten it, you might get it. And
So be forewarned.
be
Yes.
forewarned. Now, to turn it on or off. If you want it back, you can turn it on. You go into the settings of Discord, you go to notifications, and you look for sounds. You'll see the event sound pack. And to keep it, leave it set to Halloween. To remove it, just switch to the default, and the echoing sound will go away. And to take the screenshot,
Okay.
I now can't. I switched it back to Halloween, and now I can't remember if I did it or I left it there or. So
you'll
you hear
find out.
Yeah,
You'll find out.
I'll find out. Oh, it was so startling. Okay.
Bet.
Okay, well, one of the pleasures we've found in the metaverse is that we love to laugh. You have brought us more laughter at our karaoke and open mics than songs of Dr. Demento. Any Dr. Demento fans?
Yes, we love Dr. Demento. We love Dr. Demento. Come on, Darren. I know you're a Dr. Demento fan.
Yes,
You gotta
Darren.
be. Yay!
Well,
I love it.
last weekend was, sadly, the last Dr. Demento show to air on the radio.
Karen, static, running water. Okay.
Oh,
That was a lot of
that's
noise.
weird.
Okay.
I wasn't doing anything.
I don't know. We got to blast of static. All right, Steph.
I think it's when you say
again.
the word Dr. Demento. It just
I think
Oh.
so.
show to air on the radio.
No, start
50
over. Start over.
Last weekend was the last Dr. Demento show to air on the radio. 52 years of fun. What a legacy.
Yeah, 52 years.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's a lot of
I love
funning.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a lot of funny. And did you know that he helped launch Weird Al Yankovic, Spike Jones, one of my favorites, Ray Stevens, love him, and who just retired, introduced modern generations to the magic of Jimmy Durante, Rusty Warren. I love Rusty Warren's knockers up, ladies. I love Rusty Warren. Yogi Yogerson, Tom Lehrer. Oh, come on. Pollution, need a gas mask in it. Anyway, and so many more. It was amazing.
Barry Eugene Hansen created the Dr. Demento persona when working with KPPC FM in California, my home state, yay, in 1970. After playing Transfusion by Nervous Novus on air, DJ
Transfusion. I'm sorry.
to play such a tune.
The Dr. Demento show went into nationwide syndication in 1974 and can be heard on thousands of radio stations weekly. Hansen holds a master's degree in ethnomusicology. He also made television appearances on The Gong Show, Bobby's World, and The Simpsons.
I love it. Saying he had to be demented to play the tune, and now he got his name. Anyway, all the songs we love to sing along with, including Fish Heads. Fish Heads, Fish Heads. A Wild Man, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, and
Yay!
Shaving Cream, Nice and Clean. We were addicted as kids. We couldn't get by a week without Dr. Demento's show. And that it was beautiful. So, and then we have one of the most famous songs by Alan Sherman that you will know. I'm not going to tell you because most of you probably know. And we've all been unmuted. So if you want to sing along with us, which is always a hoot, Lance, hit it. I sang this all the time growing up.
60
Me too.
Funniest minutes on TV. The Alan Sherman Show.
Yes. All right, here we go. Love this song. Y'all know this.
Yep.
Hello, mother.
Hello, mother.
Hello,
Very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining.
It stops raining.
I went hiking with Joe Spivey. He developed poison ivy.
Poison ivy.
Poison ivy.
Leonard
Skinner.
Skinner.
He got ptomaine poisoning last night
After dinner.
All the counselors hate the waiters. And the lake has
No, like their cuz.
allergies.
I think I went to that camp.
I did too.
So he
And we
reached
sang
out
this
from
at camp.
something called Ulysses.
Oh, of course.
Useless.
Now I don't want
I don't want.
this should scare you,
I should scare you.
but my bunkmate
But my big.
has
Has
malaria.
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Hardy.
They're about to organize a searching
A searching
party.
Searching party.
All right.
Take me home. Take me home. We meet out in the forest where I
I
might get eaten by a
be
bear.
eaten by a bear.
Take me home.
I promise I will.
I will.
Make noise or make the house with other boys. Oh, please don't make me
Please
stay.
don't make me
I've
stay.
been here one
Whole
way.
day. Oh, we love this. All right, Lance, that's good.
How's my precious
No, good
little
no.
brother?
Okay,
We should have taken no more.
we can do that for hours.
Yes,
Wait, doesn't
yes,
that bring back
yes.
memories?
It does.
Oh my
Nice,
gosh.
Squeaky.
Oh,
We
yeah.
used to, I don't know about you, but we used, this so relates to VR in so many ways because it was such a social experience. We shared this.
Yes.
We shared these songs, and we would gather around the radio, and my brother would tape record, so that if we missed it, we'd always could
So
go back
did
and
my
listen to the
brother.
radio.
So did I.
Yes. So I just, it was, and that's part of the magic. And I loved it when all the open mics started and the karaoke and stuff started in VR, and the songs would pop up once in a while. And Shaving Cream, whenever Shaving Cream, somebody would do an open mic with Shaving Cream, the whole audience would be singing. It just Shaving Cream, nice and clean, and we would just be in hysterics. So, Dr. Demento, thank you for changing our lives, bringing a twisted sense of humor that we have passed on into the metaverse. And gosh, it's 52 years. You're going to be missed, but your legacy is solid. There
Yes.
are so many albums and so many things out there, so thank you.
Lorel, you
Okay.
forgot to mention they're
Bing.
coming to take me away again.
Wait,
Away.
oh,
To take
Oh,
me
yeah.
to the
Oh,
bunny
yeah.
farm where life is beautiful. Yes. Oh God, I really debated between that song and the Hello Mother and
I
Hello
know.
Father. They're both just good ones. So yeah.
They are.
Oh, love this. Love this. Anyway, I
I
hope
hate
you
to
have
mention it, but we
fond
do have to
memories.
get back to the news.
we
All
do.
right. Okay.
Dang
yes,
it.
yes, Steph. Yes, mother.
Dang
yes,
it.
mother. Yes, madam.
Yes,
Okay.
indeed.
All right, on to some virtual hardware news. Back to the metaverse news. According to Next Reality News, the VR landscape has settled into three clear camps. Standalone headsets, like the MetaQuest 3S, represent the cheapest way to get into VR without major compromises, especially with Prime Day and Black Friday deals bringing down the prices. Tethered PC headsets that chase peak fidelity for enthusiasts who want cutting-edge performance. And console VR systems, like the PlayStation VR 2, combine the PlayStation 5's power with refined eye tracking and motion controls.
The Quest 3 recently passed a critical milestone as one of the most used VR headsets on Steam. 2 years since its launch, Quest 3 now represents almost 27% share of the monthly connected VR headsets on Steam, with Quest 2, the previous most popular headset, falling to just over 26%. Valve comes in second at 13.5%. The Quest 2 may lose its ability to receive full feature updates around the end of 2026, but it will still be usable for its existing apps and receive security patches and maintenances until late 2027.
Let's hope so. Now, the Apple M5 headsets arrive October 22nd for the same price as the other ones, $3,499 US dollars. Yeah, and it brings us almost no changes. there's no changes. It's like, why bother? But the relaunch includes improvements in computing power, weight distribution, and which was desperately needed, and some new OLEDs display panels. And that technology is gaining momentum, and it is expected to be adopted by over half of the mid to high range mixed reality and VR devices by 2030. Meta, Sony, and Apple have all seen short-term sales declines, mostly due to tariff uncertainties. And experts predict shipping rebounds beyond the 2025 time period, driven by ongoing upgrades in the hardware, software. Again, tariffs permitting.
Valve's standalone VR headset, Deckard, possibly renamed Steam Frame, is entering mass production with up to 600,000 units expected per year. Unlike previous Valve devices, this headset is standalone and does not require PC tethering. This marks Valve's direct challenge to Meta and Apple, with the device launching by the end of the year.
The first apps specifically for the Android Samsung Galaxy XR headset are appearing in the Google Play Store. They are under the XR label and focus on the new extended reality experience the headset is going to offer. The titles look similar to those found in the Quest Store for 3 and 3S versions, including a crazy golf experience, space shooter, and virtual television screens. But unless you are in Korea or other areas licensed to the Samsung headset, you will see a blank list under the new Samsung SM-S928U filter.
Yeah, I was all excited to see what was there, and there's nothing listed. If you're in the United States or Europe, you have to be in the place where, your IP blocked on that. Now, the Oculus desktop will be retired by Rec Room on May 1st, 2026. Now, it'll continue to be available on VR via Steam VR. And you can use the Quest Link mode to get it to still work. If you have, so you can use your Quest, MetaQuest in Link mode with Steam VR, and it will continue to play. PSVR will be retired on December 1st, though it will continue on PS4 for the non-VR version and PS5. So just be aware that there's been some shifts if you're a Rec Room fan.
It's getting complicated. Rec Room joins Unity, VR Chat, and other platform and development apps to urge devs and hobbyists to migrate their content as support for older PC launchers sunsets. Rec Room's standalone PC will be retired on November 1st, but you can keep playing on PC by downloading Rec Room on Steam. Meanwhile,
Karen, you want this one?
Oh,
because I know you're excited.
Excuse me.
Karen, you're muted.
Oh,
Karen,
oh,
there you
okay.
go.
All right, I'm back. All right, I don't know how I got. Okay.
That's
I don't
okay.
know. All right. Anyway, okay. So Holo TV is on its way to a television near you. Yes, near you. Portal Graph sounds like Portal U. Matthew. Portal Graph is a new technology that instantly turns any screen into a 3D VR display. It creates a multi-dimensional effect on devices we already own for a headset-free immersive media experience using the device's webcam to generate the 3D display. Believe Vision has won many awards for this technology that is in the early stages of market introduction for enterprise and consumers, including the launch of a Roku channel, with 3D specific content.
Yeah, I'm excited
I
about
want to
this.
see it though.
Yeah, it's there. It's pretty cool
True.
looking. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now Meta's Horizon Worlds, Fortnite, and other platform mods are enabling unscripted AI-powered characters, allowing hobbyists and devs to add living NPCs that converse and interact in new ways. This trend is moving from mods to mainstream, but the game industry leaders caution that vision and creativity are still essential. But this is serious. This is part of the evolution of the metaverse. Is our ability to have all these walk and talk and NPCs all over the place.
Over 20 new games and studios are prioritizing robust creative sandbox features for hobbyists with procedural world generation, and many are highlighted at Steam's VR Forever Fest. Check out Laser Matrix, mixed reality platformers, survival games with community guides, developer digests, and Reddit threads to highlight the explosion of player-centric edible content.
The Tokyo Game Show 2025 saw indie studios and major publishers alike treating VR AR as the next big frontier, with international talent and hardware vendors racing to enable new sandbox and simulation experiences. AI is making custom game logic, dialogue, and even never the same world landscapes possible for even ever smaller teams and hobbyists through faster creation cycles.
It's so fascinating. Blender 5.0 beta was officially released last week, and it includes support for HDR and wide gamut display, a new convert to display compositor node, and new volume rendering algorithm based on null scattering. If you know what that is, come tell me later. There's also a new jump time by Delta operator that allows the user to jump forward and backward in time by user-specific deltas, revamped curve drawing to support new curves and cylinder object types, and so much more. And if you aren't using Blender in virtual world building, you are so missing out. Lance did this studio right in mostly in Blender. Really beautiful. Blender and Unity.
Snaptrude uses AI to generate 3D architectural models from simple text descriptions, but it's different because you can edit the generated model. Exploring the use of AI as a collaborator, Snaptrude integrates AI directly into the early phases of virtual simulation and world experiences for professional architects, and it's likely that this will pass down to consumer world building tools soon.
Oh, goody. Last week, the Educators in VR Unity work group had a special event with Endosil on using Unity NavMesh to automate the movement of non-player characters within the virtual environment. He taught us how to move NPCs around, over and around objects, and move them around randomly, adding to the richness of your virtual world or game experience. It was a resounding success, and we have the video up on our Educators in VR YouTube channel to prove it. He has also graciously provided links to a NavMesh tutorial in GitHub. All the links are in the world building channels of the Educators in VR on Discord.
Okay, it's that time of year when the haunting begins. Okay. Right song, wrong song, right time. I don't know, whichever. It's a time of the year. Now, VR Chat, their October developer update brought us Spookality. I practice saying that, Spookality. This is a celebration of spooky avatars and worlds, and it's a competition. The deadline was last week, and the winners will receive 1 year of VR Chat Plus, a special badge, and be fast-tracked into the marketplace as a seller in this a special marketplace row. Now, winners are supposed to be announced today. I've been looking right up to the moment we did the show. I haven't seen them announced yet, but today is the deadline for them announcing who the winners are, and so check that out in VR News.
Oh, fingers crossed.
VR Chat also announced that they'll be blocking new avatars from being uploaded in the next week or two, encouraging you to update to the latest SDK 3.9 version. Editing will still be allowed, and their version 25.3.4 is an open beta, bringing us the new shop, an improvement on the marketplace, along with a few other bug fixes and developer updates.
Laser Matrix, another app, involves dodging laser hazards as you attempt to hit glowing buttons in a dynamically adapting arena. A similar approach to Laser Dance. It features scaling, difficulty settings, and with optional gameplay modifiers and 2 gameplay modes, survival mode and time trials.
Yeah, you know, this stuff they're doing with procedural effects is so exciting with game development and everything. It's beautiful, which is also in Project Mix. It's a risque anime-inspired VR game where you play as Roan, a former thug looking to leave his old life behind, promising a branching narrative based on your choices with various romance routes. Ooh! All right, so hey, why not? Check out our Discord channel for educators in VR. There's a lot more new games coming this month, more than we can ever mention here. So many.
No kidding.
Okay, on to some VR events. An hour after today's news will be the first installment of Educators in VR's new Learn to Discern media literacy program, designed to equip individuals with the skills to critically evaluate information, resist disinformation, and navigate today's complex digital environment. Today's session is well-timed as we discuss fake news and the impact of AI. Come join us in Engage XR on Wednesdays.
Educators
it's going to
in
be
VR.
so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
sorry, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I'm just excited.
a lot more fun than you realize, too.
Yes.
Educators in VR continues to host the annual Cyberbullying Month with over a dozen workshops exploring different aspects and perspectives of online privacy, security, safety, and community building. Don't miss a single event in VR Chat and Engage XR throughout this month.
Now, since 2018, I have hosted the Educators in VR weekly creative writing meetup, including the month-long National Novel Writing Month. Well, NaNoWriMo's nonprofit ended earlier this year, and we are continuing the month-long self-challenge to write 50,000 words in 30 days, and we're calling it, thanks to Lance, VR Rimo. VR Writing Month. Yeah, Vrimo. I've been working on that. Starting November 1st. It will be hosted 3 days a week in VR Chat and 4 days a week in Engage XR every single day. And it will feature a variety of writing prompts and games to encourage you to meet your word count goal and just have fun. So come with us. We really have way too much fun with it. And check out our Discord for more information.
Are you ready to scare? It's that time again. Psycho Wench Productions is producing their annual Pandemonium of Fear VR scare experience and VR chat on Fridays and Saturdays in October. Annual Spooktacular live. I've been to 2 of them already, and they do an awesome job. Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
And you never know what you're going to run into around the next corner. Ooh.
Literally.
The 8th annual Haunted Storytelling event with the Creative Writing Meetup is Tuesday, October 28th in VR Chat. Writers are welcome to bring their original stories, no longer than 6 minutes, to read out loud or just come and listen to the fantastic, we hope, storytelling, guaranteed to mystify and, hopefully, terrify.
Excellent. Excellent. Well done. Now, Vertex Form 3D is hosting a not-so-spooky Halloween VR meetup on Thursday, tomorrow, the 23rd, in Vertex Form 3D. The app is available in the Oculus Store now, and everyone is invited to this amazing modular Unity platform to meet other creators and share your projects, their projects, get a behind-the-scenes look at what the team has been working on. There's a hunt for pumpkins and hidden gems, and costumes are optional. So come join us. It's really going to be fun.
This weekend, October 24th through the 26th, head to VR Chat for PGKT, HorrorCon 2025. The day-long horror convention and festival celebrates all the horrors with live performances, music, panel discussions, and so much more.
Ah, excellent. There are so many Halloween events this weekend and next week, we can barely keep up with them. Most of them are in VR Chat. Check them out in the VR Chat public calendar.
But not all. And many of our favorite VR entertainment events are now going ghostly, adding Halloween flair to the show. So check out the many social karaoke singing and dancing events with Von D and Delcine in Engage XR and in VR Chat. And don't miss Tessa's nightclub and karaoke events and Dr. Heartbeats. Her amazing DJ dancing nights are amazing. So come share your inner spirits with others.
Speaking of scary, here's the roundup of our upcoming VR-related events and the so-called real world.
Take a breath. You ready?
Go for it.
October 25th, 2025, XR Motion Conference, Brooklyn, New York, USA, Motion Capture and Immersive Design.
Immerse Global Summit 2025 is in Miami, October 28th and the 30th, hosted by the VR ARIA Association.
November 11th through the 13th, 2025, Immersive X 2025, Munich, Germany. Next Reality Festival for Art and Culture.
November 12th to the 13th, Immersive Innovation, XR Unlocked, London, UK, Enterprise AR/VR Developers Conference.
And it's mostly for enterprise developers, but Microsoft Ignite, we love the news that comes out of there, is November 17th in San Francisco, covering Azure and mesh capabilities.
United XR Europe will be December 8th through the 10th in Brussels, Belgium.
CES 2026 Consumer Electronics Show, known for its extensive XR, AR, and VR exhibits and product launches, is January 6th to the 9th, 2026 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
AWE Asia returns Singapore Expo, February 2nd and 4th.
Laval Virtual is April 8th through 10th in Laval, France.
And for those making long-ranging plans, AWE USA 2026, the leading U.S. event, will be held from June 15th to the 18th in Long Beach, California.
And the next week, head to the Netherlands for Immersive Tech Week.
If you'd like to have your favorite conference or XR event featured here, let us know.
More Educators in VR events and other spirited fun continue every week, so don't miss them and Engage XR and VR Chat as Educators in VR expands into other platforms. Keep an eye on the Educators in VR calendar and social media for announcements of upcoming free and paid events and workshops. Thank you so much for your support.
Yay! Now it is time for our discussion with you all.
Oh, geez.
And I was trying to make it scary. It doesn't work because this week was scary enough.
Okay. On its own, yeah.
What a week. What a week it has been, ladies. Seriously. Last Saturday with the No Kings protest celebrated in dozens of countries and thousands of cities around the world, especially in the United States. And we were there. Lance and I were there. And I know Steph was out protesting. She did good. Yep. The international support and outrage of what is happening in the United States has far-reaching implications. So we are thrilled to recognize and honor all the protesters and this is also a beautiful segue, so to speak, that the President of the United States has provided for us to start talking about our cyberbullying discussion for Educators in VR's Cyberbullying Month today.
As we mentioned at the start of the show, the President of the United States deciding to use an AI-generated video showing King Trump taking off in a jet plane and dumping you-know-what on the heads and protesters was actually a direct and personal cyberbullying attack against social media influencer Harry Sisson and other protesters in Times Square in New York. It was released on official White House social media channels, and it used video created by Sisson during the protest.
How come he can use the word on TV and we can't even use it here? Okay, anyway, moving on.
We're trying to be friendly.
Really, I know. Okay, I mean, parents can't allow their kids to watch the news anymore. All right, it also used the song Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins without permission, inciting a demand for removal due to copyright infringement, adding another layer to the cyberbullying attack.
Now, not helping themselves, the White House and pundits are claiming this is satire and funny, so it's fair play. It's not! Nationally and internationally, I'm sorry, it's just not. It is not satire, and seriously, it's not funny. Nationally and internationally, people are condemning this. It was a direct cyberbullying attack targeting an individual as well as a group of people.
I mean, we're laughing, but it's not funny.
It's not funny.
Harry Sisson was shocked and dismayed at the direct public attack on him. In recent years, many citizens not in the public eye have been attacked by the current U.S. president. The impact on their lives has been felt for years as MAGA and troll groups both joined in on bullying, the likes of which has never been seen before in history.
Now, we've talked over, so if you need to see what this looks like, there you go. There's a glimpse, okay? We've talked to many people over the past month of the cyberbullying discussions, and people are saying that they're now really nervous about what they say in public, about what they share, in fear of being singled out or attacked. Are you feeling that way? I'm feeling it. We had one person in one of our sessions admit that he's a Trump supporter, and now he feels ostracized by the groups somebody he spent years involved with because his belief doesn't equal theirs. He is terrified to talk about his belief and his reasons to support Trump, and he avoids group where he might become a target of hate.
That's terrible. It is so important that we support and encourage each other, no matter what our political, religious, or life views are. Yet these attacks are frightening as it shows the level of influence AI can have on bullying.
Speaking of which, we have been hearing just today that platform AI Grok on Dozar's Elon Musk's X, formerly known as Twitter, has yet again been found giving out false information, claiming the photographic evidence of the crowd size of this past weekend's protests were inflated using footage from past events. They weren't. But if you only use Grok to fact-check your information, how would you know? How do you fact-check your fact-checker? Anyone in the audience wish to comment on this?
Yeah, AI is complicating things all around. So we're opening up the mics. You're all able to unmute. We'd love to hear from you about your thoughts and feelings on this and your fears, how AI is impacting not only, it's not just in social media, but AI is impacting things in VR. And I just the other day heard about someone who used Horizon Worlds to create a really offensive world with the AI there to harass somebody, knowing that it would trigger them and upset them. That's really nasty, but we'd love to hear from you. So Rich, I know you have some. Darren, Peter, any comments on what you've been learning about this last week with educators in VR and our cyberbullying, or comments in general on the impact of AI and such?
Let's unmute these guys.
They should all be unmuted.
I don't think so.
Yep. Hey, Rich.
There we go.
Now, I learned cyberbullying is not, a good thing for you to experience. It's not a good thing for you to experience because, when you actually expose to cyberbullying, it's not just affects your mental ability, but it affects your physical ability also.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it makes you feel like say for instance, you go in your house, right, and look in the mirror, right, but you getting cyberbullied. So people, it makes you feel discouraged, like, and it makes your self-esteem drop all the way down. You know,
It can.
so the mental part of it is like you'll start feeling like people's is saying you feeling. You get what I'm saying? It's like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
they the
Well,
words they saying to you. Yeah, it's like,
oh, they feel like
you know
they're
what I mean?
completely echoed.
It makes
you
it feel
know?
like everybody is thinking that about you when that's not
Yes,
the way it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's what I'm saying.
Karen?
So yeah.
Lorel?
Yeah.
What-
Did you want to add to that?
No, well, yeah, I mean, I think that Rich is 100% right, and it's like, you know, that there was that old saying, words can't hurt me, but sticks and stones can, but that's not true. Words can hurt worse than
Oh yeah.
physical pain inflicted on you. So he's right. I mean, these social cyberbullying attacks affect your self-esteem. I mean, they affect my self-esteem. If I go into VR chat and I walk into a world and someone starts cussing me out for no reason, it makes me feel little and not important.
Absolutely.
Plus the fact in RL, bullying is maybe one-on-one or maybe in a group of people that on the street or something. But when it happens in cyber, what seems to feel like is that it's being put on a larger display, that everybody seems to feel the same way around you or is thinking the same thing. It's like putting it up on a billboard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so-and-so is not worthy to be here for this reason or that. It's that is the damaging thing. The wounds that you get from that don't show, and it's not just because you're in an avatar either. It hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It does hurt.
Definitely.
One of the earliest first times that I visited Horizon, I went in and I was harassed by a moderator, and who didn't like the fact that she could hear me breathing. Well, all I had to do was pull the microphone down, but I got a whole lecture about how offensive it was that she could hear me breathing. And then a bunch of these little twits that were hanging, I mean twits, I don't care how old they are. They were underage, but it doesn't matter. They were mean.
A twit is a
started
twit.
attacking me. Yeah, started attacking me. And I'm like, they had no idea who they were messing with. And I wanted to say, don't you know who you're messing with? You can't do that. That doesn't make any sense. I don't even do that in the real world. I want to. But it was such, I didn't want to come for a first time exposure to the new Horizon. I didn't want to come back. And Pete, you're right. So when people are attacked like that, it doesn't. But there is this feeling in the metaverse that, you know, I mean, in online and stuff, that when you're attacked online, it's amplified. Think about how Harry Sison feels about doing a simple video like millions of other people were videoing themselves at one of the protests, and to find that being used in an AI viral video with, if you want to, Karen, if you want to name it, by the President of the United States, which I know he probably didn't make it, but it doesn't matter. Maybe he was fiddling with his phone, who knows? But I don't know who made it, but you actually see Harry marching his video, and then all of a sudden, and then there's brown liquid, as they say, drenching him and the people that are around him.
It's totally gross, and it was meant to be.
It's gross, and it was meant to be, but they used his image, they used his video, and it was targeted. Now, if he just dumped on random viral people, you know, that would be one thing, but he targeted an individual, a citizen of the United States directly, and that's really scary. And I think about the people in the 2026 election who were ballot counters. They were just the ballot people who volunteered to give of their life and their time, and they were when a mother brought or was it the daughter of the, I think the daughter brought cookies. Yeah. Or breath mints or cookies.
Breath mints.
Whatever it was. And that was believed to be some, you know, fake ballots or something like that.
Drugs, or it was just...
No, it was fake ballots. It was fake ballot. And it was like, okay, now their lives, they had to leave their home and hide out.
I remember that. It was terrible.
It's terrible. And so that's the when you have someone at that power doing that, but even not at that power, as outraged as we are, and we're not alone. This is not unique. I am hearing from people who are Trump fans who are not happy about this. They think this is disgusting. So it's
mortifying
around the
if
world.
you support
It's
someone
mortifying.
to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you're attacked, I don't care if it's the president of the United States or it's somebody that you know or somebody you don't know, it feels magnified really fast because it's online. So let's hear, I would love to hear from somebody else that, Delcine or Darren, were you going to say something about this? Okay. Or Peter? Oh, Leslie?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi.
So Leslie, we're talking about cyberbullying. I know you came in late, but we're talking about cyberbullying in the metaverse.
I know. But you were mentioning the orange man in the White House, and I wanted to say that now I'm going to lose my food stamps because of him.
Oh,
and
Leslie.
I have to figure out what I'm going to do now. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been bullied.
Sorry.
Huh?
I said I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
Yeah.
I've been bullied in real life, and when I was younger, and called the R word. And sometimes in my brain, I hear things saying, "I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I'm never going to amount to anything. Nobody cares about me." So I'm medicated now, so I'm better.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Thanks for the
honesty. Yeah.
My ADHD has a lot to do with it, though.
Yeah.
So.
And as Karen said, I'm not sure if you heard it before you came in. Words hurt. The sticks and stone things is garbage. I've always thought it was garbage.
And leadership matters. And when it's orchestrating someone being hurt, then there is something just wrong with that. It doesn't matter the extent of it or anything. A leader, especially of an entire country, should not be leading people in bullying.
Agree.
It's
absolutely
not
agree.
right.
It unfortunately sets a tone for it. Now, one of the discussions that we had, and Peter, you said some beautiful things with it, so I'd love to have you repeat that. We were talking about how we define a safe space in the metaverse, and that concept of a safe space is really complex. But Peter, you want to share your beautiful thoughts that you had, if you remember them? You said something.
Okay.
Can I share after him, Laurel?
All right.
Hang on, Leslie, please.
I'll try to say it the same way as I said it. Yeah, it was the safe space is a space where there is no space for hate.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I want that on a T-shirt.
I so want that on a T-shirt.
Awesome.
That is so powerful.
I love that.
And it's a safe space. I love that so much. Oh, Karen.
What do I do now? I just turned my head.
I know it. And we get all the static. We get all the noise come through.
Okay.
But
all right.
But it's beautiful because that is the truth. The environment matters. But what we really found was that, it's the people that influence what a safe space is. And trust is really important. When you're with people that you trust, and you really trust them, that creates a safe space. And that's a place where there's no space for hate. I think that I want the T-shirt. I want the bumper sticker. I want the mug. I want everything with that on it. It's really make money on that one, Peter. That's a really good one. Yeah. Yeah. And what else did you learn when you've attended a bunch of these sessions? What have been your other thoughts?
I just wanted to say that generally overall for the last couple of days we've covered a lot of topics and areas related to cyberbullying, right? But there is one let's call it like umbrella or something what is very important, and it's actually the fact that by what is happening here in Engage, we are making people aware that it's there. Cyberbullying exists and it's there, and making people aware of it. It's more like even sometimes we don't even realize that it's happening around us. We don't realize that someone might be actually right in the same room, might feel being bullied. It's because it doesn't hurt me. Because it doesn't hurt me doesn't mean that it's not hurting someone else, right?
Mhm.
That's kind of important lesson also for me.
It really
what I
is.
learned.
And I'm trying to be careful saying this, but because of the people involved. But I've, as an event producer and host in VR and teacher, it's all nice to say if somebody's bothering you, block them. But it's really difficult when you are with someone who is being cyber stalked, cyber harassed, cyber bullied, and their anxiety about attending your events. When you're working with them and they're co-teaching, they're co-leading or whatever, they're on your panel, they're on whatever they're doing, is really tough to make sure that they stay safe, because the event doesn't end, it continues. And it's so difficult to make sure that you're protecting the people around you who are being directly attacked and ensuring that they have that safe experience. And it's also, as a community leader and stuff, this is just an ongoing thing that we have to deal with on a regular basis. And making sure to remind people that you never know if the person standing next to you has been a victim of cyberbullying. You don't know. They may be hiding it, or the person which this happened in Allspace. Remember when this happened? I don't care, and does, where you've blocked somebody, and all of a sudden you realize that the person you're standing next to having a conversation with is talking to somebody that you blocked because of their bullying. That's a weird experience, especially when they're. It is weird, and sometimes you could actually hear the person you blocked, their voice coming through their microphone, and you could hear it coming through as an echo.
Laurel,
it's surreal.
I was talking to two people who had each other blocked a few months ago, right? They both had each other blocked, and they were both talking to me at the same time. And I can't multitask. It was bizarre. One was on one side, one was on the other. I had to just walk away. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't process it. It was bizarre.
Oh my God! Now
I've never heard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a.
So they were invisible to each other.
Yes,
but they
were
could
both
still see and talk to you.
Yes, at the same time. One was on one side, one was on the other.
Oh,
I had that. It's bonkers. It is absolutely a bonkers experience to try to carry on a conversation. Now, Ancient I Won't Say has back channeled me, as he so beautiful does, and says that ChatGPT is blowing up marriages as spouses use AI to attack their partners.
Oh no.
Yes.
This is
definitely.
This is nuts. And so here's a quote from one of the examples he gave me. It says, "I was really hurt by the way that ChatGPT was being used against me." The man said, "Speaking through tears, I felt like it was being leveraged, like I didn't feel great about whatever happened, and so went to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT said, you're not a supportive partner, and this is what a supporting partner would do," and then gave him instructions on how to. Ooh. I think this is gross. This is gross.
It is gross.
Misuse of AI to, wow. Thank you, Ancient. I won't say thank you so much for that. That's, wow.
I mean, it's a whole other conversation to say that we need education for the kids growing up now that are using AI as best friends now.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that is an outgrowth of that, I believe, too. I mean, that
right.
Yes.
For one thing, it is like talking to a mirror and expecting it to be somebody else back. It doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, but it will soon, and that's the crazy part. It's becoming more and more realistic. Yeah. So we've got to have. That's why I love the Learn to Discern program that I work so hard to develop.
Oh, great segue.
We'll be doing that within the next hour or so. Leslie, yes, on cyberbullying.
You were talking
AI?
about. No, you were talking about. I wanted to say, you were talking about safe space.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get to say what I wanted to say, but I was going to say my safe space is with my alt space family.
Nice. That's lovely. That's
glad
lovely.
you feel that way, Leslie.
Yeah.
That's
I wish
very
I could
nice.
say the same, but that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Hey.
And that's our community. That's our community. You know, that's when we said it's about the people you trust. And when that trust gets violated, it really hurts. Whether they're friends that you've had lunch with once a week for 20 years or people you're hanging out for years in VR.
That doesn't necessarily need to be in cyberspace to happen. So
No, it isn't. And it's all about trust. And again, I want to echo what Peter said, is that the safest place is a space. I can see the safest space is a space with no hate. I'm not saying it as beautiful as you did, but I think it's gorgeous.
Better, Peter.
That was
You said it
beautiful.
better. You said it better.
We have it on
it
tape.
written
We can get
down.
it back.
Yeah, right. And I have it written down here. I just don't have it in front of me. But really, it's a space without hate. That's the
a
trick.
quote to keep. And you know, Lorel, I
It is
want to share
beautiful.
something with everybody. So, you know, Rich Moore and I have a lot of, I guess you could call them kind of difficult friends. And most of them, if not all of them, have autism. So one of our young adult friends created a group. He created a Dalit group, and he wrote out his rules. He thoughtfully wrote out his rules, and I just want to read one of them because it's beautiful. One of his rules says, "Just be nice and be kind, as nobody knows what people may be going through in their lives."
Yay, amen. That's beautiful. And one of my favorites came from the late great Liz Strauss, who was an absolute leader, innovator, and pioneer in social media. She got it long before the rest of us did. Love her and miss her, one of my best friends. And her rules on her website, her rule, and all her social media was one that I continue to do in her honor. It's called the rule of the sandbox. You play nice in the sandbox, we kick you out of the sandbox. That's a rule that children learn. I don't care where they are in the world. We have our own metaphor of the sandbox. And we know the rules of the sandbox. We're raised with the rules of the sandbox. So when we come into VR, we go into social spaces, we carry that etiquette with us. We know how the rules work. So don't be breaking the rules, people. You know the rules of the sandbox. You don't play nice in the sandbox, we kick you out of the sandbox. And that was all she had. She just said, that was it. The rules, sandbox rules. And everybody understood. They didn't have to explain and whatnot until somebody threatened her with legal action. And she came to me and said, I need better rules because we live in the age of litigation. And I told her, I said, you can't get better rules than the rules of the sandbox. That's crosses languages, it crosses cultures. And she said, well, yeah, my lawyer says I need better rules. So in the metaverse,
Can't argue with that.
The metaverse, though, it's the rule of the sandbox. We know how that works. We know how the etiquette is. We know how to play nice, and that's play nice is best rules. All right, well, thank you everyone for your insights. Really appreciate it. And you know, just a reminder, you were the reason that we are here, and we love showcasing you and having these discussions with you on the show. So Karen, you want to take us with your echoing mic? Take us out.
Yeah, is it better now? Oh,
No,
I think
it's
I
worse.
fixed it.
No.
Oh, all
It's
right.
worse.
Okay, well, here goes. Okay.
Sorry.
So XR News is produced by educators in VR. My brother's going to kill me because he's got to edit this now. Okay. XR News is produced by educators in VR and our XR News volunteer team weekly here in Engage XR. We've been bringing you the news from across the metaverse since 2018, and we're still rolling. We meet weekly in Engage XR along with 2 new special edition segments for XR News, MedHealth and XR News Innovation Spotlight.
Next week is our annual holiday shopping show, where we are talking to you about all the cool XR headsets and accessories that might be on your shopping list this year. The first week of November features the amazing Rachel D. in her MedHealth edition, featuring Kristen Gelsinis as our special guest. Gelsinis?
Galzinis.
Gelzinis.
Close enough.
Gelzinis. She is a longtime VR community advocate and social impact leader and marketer with a powerful insight into wellness apps in VR.
Now, last week's Last week was so much fun. And Rich, you had way too much fun. Rich Moorhead was drawing. It was great. Last week's XR News Innovation Spotlight with Maxwell McGee and Tom Furness and Chris Mattson is up on YouTube now. So check it out and see us making these amazing spooky characters in the haunted woods of Engage XR. Oh, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. Thank you guys to all of our amazing XR News crew. We couldn't do it without you, and we can't do this alone. We're asking you, the audience, to step up and help support this ongoing news show focused on the metaverse. We're looking for moderators, speaker trainers, news reporters, script writers, slide makers, live streamers, and filmers. Training will be provided. At the least, become a member of Educators in VR and help support this and all of our free programming. Come join us and be part of the fun.
And we do have fun. Each of our shows is filmed for YouTube, and we'll soon add live streaming to our Educators in VR YouTube channel, Twitch, Discord, and more. To keep up with the news from around the metaverse in the meantime, join the Educators in VR Discord and social media channels to find links to the news we highlight on the show and much more about the metaverse and immersive education. You can find all the links at educatorsinvr.com.
And again, we could not do this show without you and our Educators in VR partner sponsors and supporters, including iLearn, Reinhardt Foundation, Girls Team Institute, Virtual World Society, Cadets Metaverse, Vertex Form 3D, Bridgemakers, and Engage XR.
And let's not forget to give credit where credit is due. We couldn't do this show without the hard work of those who gather the news from across the metaverse industry. Thank you to you all.
Remember, you are the reason we do the XR News Show. Until next time, stand up, stand tough, and most of all, in these amazing, uncertain times, please, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay, we did a thing. Yay.
We did it!
You definitely did a thing.
Matthew.
There we go.